Here's a couple other ideas. Golf balls are a wonderful carving medium, and they're easy to carve because they're like a grainless material. So if you'll get a two-piece golf ball, I like the Pinnacle. It carves nice and it's a cheap ball. Glue it to a golf tee and put it in a block of wood. They're great to learn about face carving. A lot of times I'll do the grumpy grandma and grandpa I've done and given them away as gifts. People seem to have a laugh out of it. And they can be painted. I once did an Indian and the French explorer, and these are not painted, but they're just, again, whittlings. They start always as a square block, and the nose always is off of one corner so that you can angle back for the faces, and it works well on a human head. You could do the end of a walking stick with these. There's a lot of projects on YouTube about that. Here's another one. Here's another Indian face. Again, I wouldn't call myself a carver, but it's fun to play around with. Here's like the so-called wood spirit. You can carve into a walking stick or something, into a block of wood. So those are ideas on what I've found as a starting carver, directions you might want to go, and you might find you do pick it up pretty fast. In fact, you may be surprised at how well you can do it, how quick you can pick it up. I'm going to show you a couple tools I use as well. Okay, here's a few of the tools I use. I make most of my carving knives. I've made spoon carving knives that are crooked blades, and then whittling knives. Knife making would be another video for another day, but basically you want a pointy knife that you can sharpen really well. It gives you a lot of control with a large handle. This is kind of a copycat flex cut knife, which those are good knives and I recommend those. I have two of them. This is more of a chip carving blade, but it's sort of an all-purpose detail blade. I like that. For large roughing work, I like a Mora with the short blade. It's about a 2 3/4 blade. A lot of control. Great sharpness in the Scandi type grind. It's a great carving tool. Then I like flex cut tools. This is a little starter kit you can get. Has the handle and 4 carvers. There's a V-groove, a real flat gouge, a veining tool which is like a U shape, and then a little sharper steep gouge, like maybe a number 8 sweep or so, maybe a 7. So it's a great little starter kit. Their tools are really great. I highly recommend them. Individual handles are better, which I have a set like that, but you know, for ease of carrying everything, this little interchangeable handle is great too. So have some fun with it. It doesn't take a lot of money. You don't need to spend a lot of money on tools. You can acquire larger gouges for relief carving and larger chisels. You can acquire them slowly off of eBay and watch for the better brands, and that's a good way to get into it. Again, thanks for watching. Merry Christmas.